All right, here we are, and this is our live video. We're going to wait for a couple of minutes just to see who all is going to come in here, and then we'll get started in a couple of minutes.
That's right.
So just talk amongst yourselves.
Who's had their coffee this morning?
Yeah.
I've had my coffee, and now I'm on to some water. And yeah, I know I wasn't supposed to have coffee today, but we didn't get into bed till like midnight.
Yeah.
And I needed something.
Was it midnight?
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't get back until like till after 10:30. So
yeah. Sometimes he has to go handle stuff at work. That's what being the executive director is. And so by the time he got back from handling it, it was pretty late.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just tired. So I was like, I'm going to give myself some grace and have some coffee today. So. Let's see. Have anybody watching? Anyone watching? That's you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We have one laptop set there with it also on one of our other accounts, just so we can see if any comments come, because there's usually a lag on the back end, in my opinion, of StreamYard. So we don't want to miss any comments if we can help that. Yeah, okay.
Don't put us in timeout.
I thought it would let me pin that, but it won't let me do it. So anyway. All right. So do you want to go ahead and start it? I don't know.
All right, let's go ahead and start. All right, welcome to the Long Room with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And this is our monthly goal review. This is for August of 2021. We normally do this on a recorded video, but we decided we want to do a live today and kind of give you guys an update on how we're doing on our 2021 goals and where we're looking at going the rest of the year.
That's right.
Right.
We also have a bonus at the end of the video that we're going to do for you.
Yeah, we do.
So stick around.
Yeah.
So, and we'll probably have to say that again.
Yeah.
You give us a thumbs up on that video. There you go.
Boom.
All right. So anyway, even if you didn't catch us live and chat with us, we do hope that you'll watch the live stream so that you can catch up with what we're doing. And please, down in the comments, or if you're okay. I'm gonna put this on as well on one of my accounts because it'll help me see. Okay. All right. So shall we just go ahead and start?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So we usually start with Joel for some reason. So let's go with that.
Yep. Okay. So my goal is to read 12 books this year, one per month. Now I've gotten behind over a couple of months, so I'm trying to catch up. I'm reading a couple of books last month, a couple of books this month, and that'll get me caught up to where I need to be. So last month I read, and I got both the books read, and we alternate each month. One book is a book for personal growth. Another book is what we call trash reading or just reading for fun. And so last month I read Win Every Day by Mark Miller, which is a book in a series that he writes. And he is one of the executives at Chick-fil-A, and he writes a lot of books. So they're really, really good books. If you want to pick up one of those, they're really easy to read. They're written in a story format, and you can read them in little to no time. So I did read that book. I also read Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. That was my trash reading for the month. I got both of those books completed. before the month was over. So I was pretty excited about that because I kind of got a late start on some of those too. So if a book doesn't catch me in the first couple of days, I kind of lose my motivation. So you got to catch me in the beginning, and then I had to force myself to finish it up. And so I got those done early, even before the end of the month, and actually started on September's books before August was over. So super excited about that. So I did get those done. For my running goals, I did. My goal this year is to run. Sorry, I had to do my Face ID on my phone, so that's what that was. And so my running goals. My goal is to run an 8-minute mile pace or less for the entire year. And during the summer months, it's been a little bit more difficult to hold that pace with the humidity and everything. However, for August, I did. I finished at 93 miles for the month and a 7-minute, 57-second pace per mile. Which is 8 minutes or under, so that's good. And then for the year, right now I'm at 736 miles, and my goal is to be at least 1,000 miles because I could run one run during the year and do it under 8 minutes and still say I made my goal, but I didn't want to do that. So I did kind of set a secondary goal to run at least 1,000 miles this year while keeping that 8 minute per mile or under pace. And so for the year, I'm at 737 miles roughly, so actually 736.9. And I'm at 7 minutes and 48 seconds for the year. So made it through the summer months. I think this probably half of September is going to be a little humid as well. Once we get into October, I'll start picking up the pace again. And I was worried about getting through the summer.
As it starts getting cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, once we get into those winter months in Florida,
that's like 3 days.
We'll be able to pick up the pace more because it won't be as humid. Because I was running about a 7:41 pace average up until summer hit, and then I kind of backed off a little bit during the
hot months.
Yeah, during the hot months. So, all right, so we got some people coming in here. Hey, Jen from New York City. Hey, Jen, how's it going?
Hey, Megan from Her Courage to Plan.
Hey, Steve.
And Steve. I know Steve and Jan already know each other, but if Her Courage to Plan, Megan, and doesn't know Jan and Steve and vice versa, y'all,
get to know each
other. So, all great channels.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so I did finish my running where I wanted to be, and so I'm pretty stoked about that. Coming up September, I'm going to do a video on a Friday on Frugal Fit Fridays. One every month, starting to chronicle my road to qualify for Boston. So that's kind of where we are right now, and that'll be coming up probably late September on Friday. So we'll keep you posted on that as that's coming up. So my next goal was to read the Bible every day, read the Bible through in a year. I did that last year. I'm on pace to do it again this year. I do one reading per morning, and I'm on pace for that. And then I also do have a goal to start my podcast. I've got 2 episodes. I know I say this every month. I got 2 episodes in the can. I need one more. I want to do one more before I actually post it. And hopefully this is going to be the month. Fingers crossed. So keep looking for that. It's going to be on most of the major podcast providers. And I'll let you guys know when that does happen, when it does drop.
And do you want to tell them what your podcast is going to be about?
Yeah, my podcast is it's going to be about encouragement, inspiration. I'll drop it on Mondays to give everybody a word of inspiration for the week. The title of it is going to be Mercy Came Running. So you'll want to hopefully check that out. once I drop it into the playlist. So, but I haven't finished it yet. I did get one recorded, the one I wanted to get recorded, but something happened with my computer. It went blank and stopped recording. And the way I do it on my podcast app, I can't go back and edit. So you have to do it all in one take. And so, so I'm gonna have to go back and do that again, and then get it uploaded and get that going. So those are my goals.
Hey, you also recorded that, like he started it and then a thunderstorm came up, because this is Florida and that's how life is here. And he didn't know it was going to come up. So there was also a thunderstorm going on in the background towards the end. So
for this month, as far as my goals go, same with the running, the Bible, and the podcast, that's all the same. But for my books, I'm reading 2 books this month. One of them is entitled
Again to Catch Up.
Yeah, Again to Catch Up. One of them is entitled 100% Right 50% of the Time, How to Present Fallacies in Decision Making. So you hear a lot of people throw out statistics and things like that, but I always tell people when they throw out statistics at me that correlation does not always prove causation, and that you have to control for all the variables in any statistical analysis, and most of the time that doesn't happen. We just assume, that everything is all groups are equal, and they're not. And so I'm reading that book. It's really interesting. I'm probably going to finish both of these books early this month because I'm just really engrossed in them. The second one I'm reading is my trash book, which is the 5th in the Harry Potter series, which is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. So I will be reading both of those books this month, and I'm looking to finish those pretty quickly. All right. So those are my goals for last month and for the months coming up.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Again, before we finish the live stream, we are going to do a bonus thing, which is a taste test.
Yep.
So be sure to stick around for the taste test. So he's filling his cup with water.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can hear that or not.
That's to have the water.
Okay. So
And he's back.
I only had to read one book, and I wrote. We're reading the Harry Potter series because we've been going to Universal Studios a lot, and there's a whole section of the whole park is themed with Harry Potter. So we wanted to be able to understand all those videos and stuff like that. So
a lot of things now are making a lot more sense.
Yes, now
things that we're seeing, things that we're looking at are making a lot more sense than they were before.
We would go through there, like we'd ride the rides, but we wouldn't really understand the theming totally.
Yeah.
So that's why we're reading them.
Yep.
But anyway, I read The Prisoner of Azkaban. I think that's the 3rd book in the series. He started before me. That's why he's ahead of me. Yeah. So, and I finished that. It's a pretty easy read.
Yeah.
And then I'm current on my Bible reading. I do. It's through the Bible in a year, but it's themed. The themes of the Bible is the emphasis in the series. So it's not necessarily going through the Bible like the book, one book after the other. Like it did Psalms and Proverbs and then went back to Ruth. Is like whatever fits into that theming. But by the end of the year, you should have read the entire Bible at that point.
Sure.
So I do try something new, and my reason for that is back years ago, I said things like, somebody would say, "Have you ever eaten a kale salad?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I would like that." So and so my theory behind it is trying things that I've never had. That I've talked myself out of in the past, or would have just went, I don't know. I just go ahead and try it and see if I like it or not. I had a baked papaya. Now I'm pretty sure I've had papaya like in a fruit format, but I've never like brought one home and cut it open and took the seeds out and baked it. So I did a baked papaya. It was really good. And then I had, I just got a bag of plantain chips from Aldi's, and
what
What you shaking your head at? They tasted like a Lay's potato chip, didn't they?
Yeah, I can say that.
Yeah. Okay. So not bad. Not something I would go for again. The reason why is because not a big fan of Lay's potato chips either, but that's what it tastes like to me.
Give them some
Like
barbecue
plain.
flavor. It'd be better.
I don't like barbecue flavor either.
I do.
So anyway, let me know down in the chat, have you ever had plantain chips? So can you grab me that bag? Yep. It's right there by the grits. Right there by the grits.
Oh.
Yeah, I got that at the beginning of the month last year. It was in the beginning of August, and I still have some because it's not my thing really. But it was like $1.77 or something. Let me see. Whoa, where's the camera? There we go. Mm-hmm. Just like a little Lay's.
Jan loves plantain chips.
There you go, Jan.
All right.
All right. So
or papaya. I don't know. Maybe plantain chips.
All right. So that was all of those, and that were my goals because the rest we will be talking about when we do an update on our health and fitness challenge. But anyway, so those were my specific goals to me. And so my book for September, which I've read a little bit already of and totally loving, is called Grace, Food, and Everything in Between. And if you know our channel, you know that we are all about extending ourselves some grace when it comes to a lot of things. And one of them is our beliefs about food, dieting, stuff like that. So that is what that book is about. And and I'm a big believer in it. So it's just something that I'm reading that's reminding me of what I know now, is that we put a little too much emphasis on dieting in our culture, and then food shaming. So anyway, and of course I'll plan to continue with my Bible reading, and I'll do try something new. And this one I've already gotten. You'll see in our grocery haul on Monday. Joel's shaking his head because he thinks that sounds terrible, but I'm interested. I mean, it's not totally perfect. Hardly anything on the market is. There's a few.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Mercedes. If you are not familiar with the channels up in the chat and those in the chat with Mercy Davis, please check her out. She's got a very lovely vlog. I love it. Anyway, so that will be the food that one of the foods that I will try. The other one I already kind of have my eye on it when we were in Aldi last time, and that was purple carrot chips.
Yeah, I did not have my eye on those.
If y'all know, like what I've mentioned that, and Miss, thank you. Thank you. That's so sweet. Anyway, if you know from our Misfits Market Box, I say that a lot. I like foods with a bunch of different colors because it brings different nutrients to it. So purple carrots, purple sweet potatoes, things like that have a different nutrient density than the standard. So I like to mix it up and have different ones. I still like the standards are still good and nutrient dense, but they're different nutrients. So I like to mix it up. So so that was all of that. Now we're going to talk about our health and fitness challenge. If you saw our video, you know that we basically worked a health and fitness challenge with each other that extends grace too by not forcing ourselves to be on it 100% of the time. So there were three, what did we call them? Parameters, 3 parameters for the health and fitness challenge. For exercise, we were going for 20 days of exercise. And I'm not sure how much more we will add to that because being a runner, Joel doesn't run every day. So he either has to find a different way to exercise on other days or he just doesn't get them. So you'll see how many days of exercise did you get?
I got 20. Which was the goal for this month.
Which was the goal.
And I could have done more. I usually do about 4 to 5 days a week on a normal week. So getting 20, 21, 22 probably wouldn't be difficult for me. But at some point, I'm going to reach critical mass because I won't be running every day. I'll have to do some kind of cross training or something. But the parameters we set for exercise is at least 30 minutes. So at least 30 minutes doing something. So say we go to Universal and we walk, 6 miles at the parks, we count that as exercise because we are actually walking around the parks.
And 95% humidity, I count it.
So I did 20 from exercise goal. What'd you do?
22.
22. All right.
But I've been doing YouTube videos inside and not dealing with humidity. He goes outside and runs.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a little easier for me to do it. I get most days because I just stay inside and stay out of the heat. So.
And so for our water goal, our parameter is at least what our daily intake should be. And that's your weight divided by 2.
Right. And
so for me, I'm somewhere around 80 ounces, 80, 85 ounces.
I wasn't going to say that.
Okay, you don't have to say that.
I will just say that I have been because I've had kidney problems in the past. I have been drinking almost a gallon of water every day for 20 years. So, but like in my mind, if you've had a kidney stone and you get kidney infections easily, you already are that person who probably isn't drinking soft drinks anyway, and you replaced it with water. So I've been doing way more than 80 for a long time.
Since I'm running 20, 25 miles a week, I have to stay hydrated. So that's why.
Yeah.
And if I don't make a conscious effort to do it, I won't drink it. So
which is why we focused on it because for me it's easy since I am at home all day. I just can keep sipping. I personally have a problem with acidity, and I can't add lemon to my water because it actually causes me to get a kidney infection, but I'm just weird that way. But I know that a lot of people drink lemon water and it helps them.
Yep.
I just can't do it. But I have gotten so used to drinking water straight without it being anything added to it that I just like it enough. As long as it's cold, I'm good. Yep. So, but anyway, that's why I've only had one kidney stone, and I had that one when I was pregnant with my first son and before I started drinking water all the time. So thankfully that's the only one I've had. Joel also has had one because he used to not drink enough water when he would run, I think is why. So, but he's doing a lot. He's only had one, and I've only had one, thankfully.
Yep.
So, and I haven't, our youngest son is 24, so I haven't had a kidney stone in 24 years, thank goodness. But I will get a kidney infection at a drop of a hat. So I just stick to all water. Okay.
And so and coffee. For water, I did 27 days, and you did?
27 days.
All right.
The only days that I struggle with are days when we're like out and about or in church services because I just don't drink as much while I'm sitting there.
Yep, we got to drink that water. Yep.
Yeah, I drink. I have these. They're 32-ounce bottles. And so I know that if I've had 3 to 4 of those, I'm between 96 and 100 and 25. So I figure I'm good as long as I get 3 to 4 of those every day.
And I drink at least 2 of these at home and then 2 of these at work. So
Yeah. I my kidney stone, I'm pretty sure happened when we were on a youth camp trip. We were taking the youth, and I was pregnant at the time, but I was there, and we went out a lot outside, and I just didn't get enough water while we were there on that trip. So I'm pretty sure that's when that happened. But like I said, he had one. How long ago was it?
it's 2013. It's been 8 years.
8 years ago. He had not been running a really long time at that point and had not learned the nuances of staying hydrated. Yeah. So he became a little better about drinking water and drinking a little less soft drinks. But now the reason why he needs that focus, right, is because when he's at work, he could easily go for hours without thinking about it. So this is to help him think about it a little bit more, pick up something to drink, So, and the third parameter was just calories. We did not do a huge calorie count, and we are by no means, we're not weighing. We don't want to do that. But he is, what is your calorie range?
My calorie range is, now what we did was we did a calculation to see how much we would need to actually lose weight if we didn't do anything else, right?
No, it still counted you like having being an active person.
Right. Well, yeah, it counts what kind of activity you do.
You like we both said, if we exercise 3 to 5 times a week, then this would be how many calories you would need just to maintain.
Maintain, yes.
And then,
so we dropped it a couple hundred calories and gave us a range to go with. And mine is between 2,200 and 2,400 calories per day.
Because he naturally, just to maintain, burns 2,500 calories a day.
Yeah.
So he bumped it back a couple of hundred so that he would lose just a little bit and really slowly.
Because my goal is to be somewhere between 160, 165 pounds by the time marathon time comes. So I'm trying to lose a little bit along the way just to kind of get back down to my peak running weight, which I'm not far from. I mean, last time I went to the doctor with my shoes on and everything, I still weighed about 174. So I'm really not far from that. Anything below 170 would probably be pretty good for me.
Yeah.
But I don't have to get on the scale to weigh. I know kind of how my clothes fit as to how heavy I am. So
bless your heart. No fun, Jan. I agree, Steve. Once you've had them, you just don't want to play with that game with soft drinks anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Joel still drinks them a little bit, but I don't have any interest.
Yeah.
Anyway, so for me, my maintenance calories was 2,100 based on me exercising that much and stuff. But again, I don't want to lose the weight fast. I want it to go really slowly, because I've done fast before in the past and I gained it back. So I want to go really slowly. So I dropped it to between 1,600 and 1,800 calories a day. To be honest, I've never had a problem with other than if you go out to eat, obviously the calorie count and food outside your home is higher than what you would at home. But because I eat so many vegetables and things like that, and I don't drink soft drinks, and I don't I actually have had trouble even getting to 1,600. Most days I'm somewhere between 1,400 and 1,600. But that's me pretty much forcibly eating. Not forcibly, but I don't necessarily get as many calories as Joel, who works in a restaurant. He eats out every day. So he's had a little less trouble getting his calories in than I
eat in a restaurant every day, at least once a day. So yeah, it's, it is what it is.
But he doesn't have to calorie count that much because he eats almost the same thing every day.
Yeah.
So he already knows where he stands when he's at work.
Yeah, and for me, it just takes the guesswork out of it. I have a routine I follow in the mornings, and kind of takes the guesswork out of it for me.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
You're so sweet. All right, so that was the update on that, and for
I
this
did
month,
24, and you did.
Oh yeah, he got 24 days of calories, and I got 20 days of calories. It was our birthday anniversary month, so we had a few days of not counting because we wanted to be able to enjoy our anniversary in a restaurant, that kind of thing, and so yeah, I struggled. I was all the way to Tuesday getting that 20th day, but that was our thing. And the reason why we don't do every day of the month is just because we want a day every week or so where we don't think about numbers. Because it gets to the point where you become obsessed when you can't put down MyFitnessPal one day. So that's why we don't do full month days. We just have like a goal of getting 20. And for September, we're actually going for 21 days on all those: exercise, fitness, and calories, water and calories. So there was that.
All right.
Good. I'm glad. I think that your mind shouldn't be boggled with that every single day, and it becomes an obsession after a while. So, all right. So y'all be sure if you have any goals that you've been working toward, let us know in the chat. We would love to know. And if you're watching this on replay, tell us in the comments. So now we're going to go to our budget goals. So every month we do no spend challenges. We choose to do days. We don't plan out the days. We just every day, I have my habit tracker ask me, did you spend money today? And I know that's coming up. So it reminds us to think about whether or not we did the challenge. And so we just set a parameter of saying, for August, we wanted to get at least 17 no spends through the month, and we hit 22.
Yeah, let's tell them what the parameters are on no spend days. Most days it is no spending at all. However, if we do buy groceries, something like that, we don't count that as a spend day because that's already budgeted. That's something that you actually have to have. Like you have to have groceries. You have to have that. You can't go, at some point during the month, you're going to have to spend money on groceries. You can't go a whole month without buying groceries. Or like electricity bills, things like that. So that's kind of where we are as far as that goes. There are a lot of those days that we do like no spend, and sometimes we group, like if we're going to spend something and we know we're going to do it on the day we're buying groceries, and we would go ahead and spend on that day, like on a Sunday, so that we can have more actual no spend days than we have spend days. So like on Sundays, will be our eating out breakfast day, the fruit coffee day. It's also our buying groceries day. Those are days that we do our spending as far as extraneous spending, things like just going out to eat or getting coffee or something like that. We kind of keep it to that. So our goal was for 17 days, and we actually hit 22. And the great majority of those were days we didn't spend any money at all. No groceries, no nothing. So it really helps out with your budget when you can look back and say, well, I didn't really spend a lot of money today.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of been a thing for us to say, okay, how many can we do without, actually spending money on those days? And it's kind of helped our habits as far as what we think we need as opposed to what we actually need.
I will say we have not. Okay, I've never been much of a spender. In fact, because I don't have a car, I hardly ever go anywhere. but Joel was a stop at the Culver's and get an ice cream kind of person. And so the one of the reasons why we do the no spend challenge was, and we've been doing this for like 2.5 years or so, was to get him, to stop and think before he went into that drive-through or stopped at the gas station to get a Dr. Pepper. Did I really need it? And so he asks himself now that, like, do I really want to lose that no spend day over a $2 Dr. Pepper or something? So it's all about intentionality, really. With the no spends, is the main goal of it is to question yourself on what you really need. Some people go an entire month, but then when the month is over, they go that next month and they make up for lost time. And so that's why we don't do a whole month. We did whole months back 8 years ago when Joel first lost his job. And it was such a struggle for him. He felt like he was being totally deprived and restricted. And so this, because he knows he's not going 100% on the whole month, he knows it's not that he can't have anything ever, but it does make him think before he goes for a simple Dr. Pepper. And even back 8 years ago, I wasn't having a problem with it because where I worked, there wasn't anywhere to eat or drink. Like, I had to take the stuff I wanted with me because I was way out in the boonies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I worked in an office in the boonies. So, and so it was really easy for me, but he wasn't. He was like near places and stores. And so he had a harder time, like processing that he couldn't spend anything for an entire month. So this made it so much easier for him to be able to say, do I really need that Dr. Pepper? And do I really want to lose this no spend day just for a Dr. Pepper or an ice cream at Culver's?
Yeah.
And that's a hard one for him. He loves those.
I do.
So let's look at some of these comments.
Yeah.
Okay. I got behind. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Proud,
I mean,
that's great.
If you added up all the times I lost weight fast, it would be amazing. Like, you'd be shocked at the number. And I've done some even with medical supervision, and they still came back because it was too fast. It's too fast. So this has been really slowly. But what is interesting is when I look back at the videos that we did back at the very beginning of our channel, which was November 2019 and the beginning of 2020, you can see a noticeably different, in my opinion, with my face. Like, I've lost weight. I just don't know how much because I don't weigh. But it is amazing to see that and knowing that it was really slowly and it's easier to maintain because I did it that way. So thank you. Now, I appreciate that. Now, I wouldn't say that it's always been easy for us, but when he lost his job 8 years ago, it flipped a switch for both of us because we didn't know how we were going to pay our bills, and we didn't ever want to be in that situation again. So that's kind of why we are like that now, is because we've been all the way to the point of, I don't know how we're paying our mortgage this month.
Yeah, and it definitely helps to have an accountability partner.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a friend or somebody that would be willing to do that for you, to kind of he'll hold you accountable. It definitely helps. So,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, put that one on there. I have no spend days about a week before payday. I have to have no spend days because there's anything to spend. Heard that.
We've definitely been there. That's awesome. Both of these channels, the Bogues and Mercy Davis, have beautiful family vlogs. So if y'all haven't checked them out, be sure to do that. Oh yeah, that'll slow you down when you have to drive to get to it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we've lived in the country some. We're pretty close here. Like,
yeah, we're probably about 4 miles. I'm about 4 miles from work, and
yeah,
there's a convenience store right up the street, and yeah, we're pretty close to pretty close to everything.
yeah. That is so true. And that's another reason why I think the no spend days worked for us as opposed to the months was, I mean, he actually, after realizing how many Dr. Peppers and stuff he was getting, he saw a noticeable difference in his little spending account that he was using for that. And it really helped him. Oh, hey, how are you, Jane? If any of you don't know Frugal Queen in France, be sure to check her out. She has a lot of frugality tips.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's when you say I can't spend, it makes you feel deprived completely.
Mm-hmm.
But if you give yourself that little bit of money that you say I can, doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to. It's kind of like dieting in my mind. Like if you're a restrictive dieter and you tell yourself I can't ever have that, it makes you want it more.
Yep.
But if you say I can if I want to, then you could be like me who bought this 2 weeks ago. If you saw it on our grocery haul video, see, it still hadn't been open. I knew it was there. But for the first week, I just kept ignoring that it was there. And then the second week, I said, we're going to do a taste test of this on our live stream. So now that's why I've had it 2 weeks and I have never opened it because it's okay.
So now you know what the taste test is going to be about.
Yep.
So hang around for that at the end of the live. We'll do that.
Yep. Yeah, we got that plus the regular one just so we can make sure that we compared. Like we want to see how much that peanut butter flavor. Anyway, let's see. I can understand that. I've had some, like my sister is a single mom, and she's had to deal with a lot of that. Like,
yep, keep hanging in there. You can do it.
Yep. And just give yourself a little grace. Don't feel like you have to be perfect all the time. It's okay.
Yep.
You want to read it? So
yeah, that's a great point there, Steve. What I do is when I get monthly money, I'll go and figure out how much I have to lay out for utilities, et cetera, and then I'll take that difference divided by however many days it is before I get paid. That's a good way to budget out your money, your free money,
mm-hmm.
and kind of make that last until the end of the month. That's an excellent point, Steve. Thank you for that.
Yep. Let's see.
Yep. Yeah, we carry money over as well, especially from our grocery budget. And anything that's left over in our grocery budget goes into our household essentials.
As a sinking fund,
as a sinking fund, and we buy household things like toilet tissue, paper towels. We bought fixtures. We're saving up now for a dining room table. We're going to do a what frugal living looks like video. I think we're going to record that Sunday.
Hopefully
have the chance to, but
the only reason I've been holding off on not doing that video sooner was because we just moved into this house, and I wouldn't say that I've got everything like situated yet. So I kept saying I don't want to like show boxes sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try. We're going to try to
and so
see what we can put together.
Well, a couple of weeks ago we went to Target, Bed Bath & Beyond. Skechers. I had a gift card for Skechers.
Yeah, that was a birthday gift card.
And then we had some other things, other places we went, and we bought it all. It's probably $200 or $300 worth of stuff we bought, but we bought it from our household essentials fund. Didn't have to put on a credit card or go into debt for it. And
no,
all paid for. I'm done.
No lifestyle creep there.
Yeah, no lifestyle creep.
That's one of the things that people who, when they become debt free, they start buying themselves all the things that they deprived themselves of while they were trying to get out of debt. And so then they find themselves back into debt because they use their credit cards or something to buy it. So this is why we do it that way, so that we never use a credit card to buy things. Because what we bought at Bed Bath & Beyond and TJ Maxx was new bedding for our bed, because like the sheets were old and the comforter was old and stuff like that. So we bought it all that way so that we wouldn't convince ourselves that we need to use a credit card to get a new comforter for our bed. Hi, you guys, if y'all are into gaming channels, this is one for you, and he is very supportive as well. So let's see. That's great, y'all.
We all need help. We all need help from each other because we all have different ideas and different tips, and Julie, you'll find Jane interesting because she lived in the UK, but now she's in France. And so she does talk a lot about the price differences there. And she usually tries to include what it would be in US dollars as well, so that you know that kind of thing. But she gives a lot of tips. It's great. Yep. That's
exactly. True. Exactly. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, and the thing about sinking funds for like biannually or annual expenses, we do that too with our car insurance and with a couple other things that we pay every 6 months.
It's getting Christmas time. Yeah. Don't forget your Christmas.
And so we set those things aside too every month so that we can pay that once it comes. And you save a little money when you pay things like car insurance. You pay it every 6 months. Then you get a discount on how much you pay, because they charge you a fee if you pay it every month. So
yeah, because they're having to do more paperwork.
Yeah.
So the less paperwork they're doing, the more of a discount they give you.
All right. So that's a great segue into sinking funds, because that's the thing we're going to talk about next.
Yeah.
Is that we do have several sinking funds that we use. We actually have a video on sinking funds. I'm probably going to update that pretty soon. Just kind of show you how we do sinking funds and how we put money into that. But we have some goals for the end of the year that we want to actually put money into some sinking funds before the end of the year. One of them is Christmas. We want to make sure we have enough money in there to cover all of our Christmas gifts, probably by the end of October, middle of November. And we'll get all those purchased and won't have to go into debt for those.
Usually we try to put some every month into that, but because we were focusing on getting the second car before our son had to go back to in-person classes, we haven't been putting any in. But this month, we bought that car last month. So now we're like pushing harder to make sure that we have that money taken care of before Christmas comes around.
Yeah. So Christmas, so we did put some money in the Christmas fund. We put some money in our emergency funds. We're building up for that 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Now that we've bought the car and got that out of the way, the new car, then we'll start.
Newish car.
Yeah.
It's new to us.
It's new to us. It was a 2016 Nissan Versa. That we bought at a pretty good price, paid cash for it. And
that's a wonderful feeling when you can do that. And we've definitely been in that spot where we couldn't, but it's nice when you finally get to that point where you can go in there and you can say, no, I don't want any financing. Thank you.
Yeah. And so putting some money in our emergency funds. We did some of that this month too. And then we also have a sinking fund for new electronics, which we use to buy Chrissy's computer. And I'm looking to purchase the newest Apple Watch, because I use that to time my running. And so I'm looking to purchase the new one, the newest model before the marathon, so I can use it in some of my training before we do that. And so I'll be saving up for that, and I'll buy it with cash.
Yes.
So
if you want why to us this Apple Watch is invaluable, not to just keep up with his running, but because when he's out running, he has no phone with him or anything. And if he had any problem, if he fell out on the ground, it would call 911 for him.
Yeah, if I fall and the watch detects me falling and it asks me if am I okay, if I don't respond within a certain amount of time, it automatically calls 911 and then gives them my location. So it's pretty good. And people can contact me. Wow, I don't run with my phone. I just run with the watch, and so I can call, I can text while I have my watch on, while I'm out running or doing anything. I'm not tethered to my phone, so it helps out in that way too. So,
and he has called me from his phone before. Like one time, he called me from his phone and said, "I need you to come get me."
Yeah, very few times have I not finished a run, but that was one of those days, and I had to call her and tell her to come pick me up. So. We all have days like that. I think
it was a downpour.
Yeah.
Or something.
No, it wasn't. No, it was. I was having.
Oh, okay.
I was having issues that day.
Okay. But anyway, we won't go there. But that's why that Apple Watch is invaluable to us, is just the fact that in case of emergencies. That is great, Jane. Our car is our other old car, the one that we still have, our first car is 13 years old.
Yeah.
So we do plan to turn right around and start putting money back into a car fund again, just for in case we need to get another newish car to replace that.
And we have less than probably 150,000 miles on the 13-year-old car, so
it's not bad, and it still runs perfectly.
And it still runs pretty good. So.
Hondas are really good cars in our opinion, as long as you keep up with the preventative maintenance. Why can't I say that? Preventative maintenance. Yep. So anyway, it's good to save up for it and get it. It really is. It's a really great feeling when you can do that. That was one of the things that we did when Joel lost his job, was we took all the available money that we had. We left a little bit for an emergency, but we took the available money that we had and we paid off our cars. And then we traded them in on older cars that had better gas mileage, so that we wouldn't use as much on gas, and our car was paid off at the same time. So since then, we have not purchased a car with debt. We've used, we paid in cash or didn't buy. Hey, Tasha. Okay, everybody, Mind Your Money is a budgeting channel. Y'all be sure to check each other out.
Yeah, I think everybody that's in the chat right now has a channel, so go and check each other out. Mm-hmm. Subscribe, hit those subscribe buttons over there, and let's show each other some love. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that was our sinking funds. As you know, if you watch our channel, which all of you that are in the chat do, we do 2 try something new recipes every month. That way our meal planning doesn't get as boring to us. So we actually chose 2 keto recipes this month. That's funny because we're not keto. But if I find a recipe that sounds good, I will go for it. And so we did a keto hamburger casserole and a keto taco casserole. They're not on the channel because they have not been voted on for the recipe of the week video. Yeah. But
so yeah, we did do a couple of things.
Yes, I understand. You do have a different situation where you do need that type of automobile. You have to do what you got to do. Yep. But I know you wouldn't change a thing for Alyssa. So let's see. So that was all. We don't have really. I haven't done our. Normally by this point of the week, I've already started working on our meal plan, but I hadn't. So I don't know what I'm doing for a Try Something New for September yet, but they'll be coming. I usually start working on the meal plan on Wednesday, and I'll work on it like for about 30 minutes on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so that I can be ready to go shopping by Saturday or Sunday. And I usually devote about 30 minutes every day to that. When it's a 2-week haul, if it's a 1-week haul, I devote about 30 minutes to it. So I should have already started working on it, but it's been a week.
Watching us at work, wow.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah. Have a great day.
We appreciate it. All right. So this was interesting. For YouTube, our goal was to have 825 subscribers by the end of August, and we did not. It was 815.
Yep, we were 815. So we decided just to roll that over into September. So our goal was to be at 825 by the end of September. And then we did a collab with Jan from
Jan from New York City Saves Money,
and Steve, she's there. Yeah, and Steve Young 74. We did a collab with them on recipes that are 5 ingredients or less. That went up Wednesday, September the 1st. And because of that, we're actually now at 831 subscribers. So
we've already made September's goal.
We've already made September's goal. So thanks, Jan and Steve, for that. Go check out those videos that we posted back on September. Us and Jan and Steve and check those out.
They had
they had some interesting recipes. So
yeah, for nothing else, peanut butter cookies.
And so so the things that we tried this month were, did we say that yet?
What?
Or try something new?
Yeah, we already did that.
Oh, did we say? Oh, yeah, because we're on YouTube now. What am I doing in life? What am I doing in my life?
Okay, so
we're at 831 subscribers. So we're kind of right there where we are. So
yeah. Now I will say that our anniversary. Now technically we have a few videos that premiered before November 14th, 2019, but they were just some background videos. They were not what we officially launched on November 14th, 2019. So it would be really nice if we have 1,000 subscribers by November 14th. How nice would that be?
That'd be cool.
That'd be nice. So, also, I would have never thought this, but I figured that we were going to get 1,000 subscribers first and then get the watch time hours. But we're actually at 3,000 watch time hours, so it may be neck and neck. Who knows? We may get the watch time hours before we get the subscriber count. Yep. So we'll see.
There you go. All right. So is this some future videos that we've got coming up? Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting there.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So we always tell you in the goal video about upcoming videos to watch for, and then we're going to do our taste test.
Yep.
Like I said, for next Friday, I always forget to say this. Every Monday, we have a grocery haul video with our meal plan. That's standard every Monday. Every Wednesday, we have whatever recipe is voted on as the recipe of the week video. Mm-hmm. And then, so I never know ahead of time, like way ahead of time, what videos will be the recipe of the week. I have to wait till you vote. So anyway, so next Friday, we're looking to do what cheap and frugal living looks like. Oh, thank you. We appreciate that. All
right, Jen. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks, Jan. That's so sweet. We appreciate that so much. Anyway, so Friday we have what cheap and frugal living looks like. Hopefully I'll have that all together in time. And then the next Friday on September 17th, Joel's going to take that one, like he said.
Yeah, that's going to be my beginning video for my chronicling my march towards qualifying for the Boston Marathon, which I'm going to try to do on January 28th. 28th? Yeah, it's the last Saturday in January, Sunday in January. It's a marathon over here in Celebration that I'm going to do.
He has been chasing the Boston Marathon for,
I don't know, 3 or 4 years probably.
3 or 4 years. Of course, he had to take a break during, 2020 because they weren't racing any races. But it's been a goal of his for a really long time to have to run in the Boston Marathon, and the only way that you can get in it is to qualify, but with a certain time amount. Like you have to run a marathon in a certain amount of time, and it has to be a marathon that's actually
certified. It's
certified.
got to be a certified course. So
yeah, so he's ran, and he has come like within minutes of qualifying.
I've been close,
before.
but not quite.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then the September 24th, I'm going to be sharing a question that I have for you that has to do with health. So I'm going to just kind of keep that one to myself a little bit, just a little bit.
Yep. And then the next week, the first Friday in October will be our goals video. So that'll be the goals for September. We'll report on those.
Yeah. The next week, we're going to be working on a video about how we looked at our spending year to date in 2020.
Yep.
And our spending year to date in 2021.
Yep.
And our grocery spending has actually gone down. And so we're going to share with you what we believe is the reason why our grocery spending has gone down instead of going up. So that will be on October 8th. October 15th, Joel's going to give you another update on his fitness.
Yep, that'll be update number 2.
Yep. And October 22nd, I'm going to share some healthy muffin recipes, because as we go into the holidays, we are much more likely to be looking for something quick to eat.
Yep.
So because we, are going out with our families and doing stuff, or who knows with the situation, but we have less time because we're doing, holiday stuff. So I'm going to share that, something that you can take and hopefully put in the freezer and just take out, warm up, and you're still eating something fairly healthy.
Yep.
And then on the October 29th, we're going to show our actual process for doing meal plans.
Yep.
So, and grocery shopping stuff. So that is all for October. So are we ready for the taste test?
Yeah.
Okay. Got my napkin.
And just something, while she's getting that ready, something that's coming up. If you saw our videos last year, we did what we call the 12 days of Christmas treats.
Oh yeah.
And we're thinking about doing that again, just with some different ones. So we're trying to pull all that together and see if we can get that recorded and posted, probably for the first 12 days in December.
Yeah.
To get you guys some ideas as far as what you want to do for parties and snacks and Christmas dinners and things like that. So kind of looking for that.
Yeah, and the one that did the best last year was actually healthy peanut butter fudge. So I probably will try to find a few more healthy ones because I felt like some people were wanting them to be treats that they could actually eat at home. And we were kind of focusing on treats that you would give to people as gifts.
Yeah.
So, but we'll try to do a few that are healthy so that you can see what that's like.
Okay.
So, all right.
All right. So these are the ones that we got. These are the peanut butter lovers. Now, I'm not a huge fan of peanut butter, but I do like Reese's peanut butter cups because the mixture, how they do their peanut butter is a little different. It's a little different taste than just regular peanut butter, and then the chocolate mixed in makes it pretty good.
Yes.
So we're so those are the ones we're trying against the ones that are just the regular peanut butter cups. So we got both kinds, and we're going to taste them and see how they're different. And we'll get some water.
Hello, and thank you for dropping into our live. Welcome. Okay, so like he said, he's not a big fan of peanut butter, so he may think that this is way too much. My only question with these was, can you actually tell a difference? So, like, is it going to be like overwhelming peanut butter flavor, or is it going to still kind of taste basically the same? We did not buy the one that is solid peanut butter that they have, because obviously if it has no chocolate in it, it's not going to taste the same. So, we were seeing it in gas stations and never got it. Then we saw it at Walmart one day, and we decided to try that. It was like writing the end cap of the registers.
Yep. All right. There's the regular one.
Yeah, we got the regular one just so that we can make sure we,
Remember what they taste like.
Yeah, I haven't had one in a really long time, so.
That's just an excuse to eat them.
Mm-hmm. And if you're wondering, this is a calorie counting day for me. I have already put it into my Fitness Pal that I was eating these. Okay.
Now you can see these do have more peanut butter than less peanut butter,
Yeah,
and there's just a little chocolate piece on the bottom.
Oh, they're melty.
Yeah, a little bit.
You'd think we have our air conditioning set on 75, so apparently that's not cool enough. Yeah, there's more peanut butter, but I still like it. I like peanut butter, so. You can definitely taste a little more peanut butter.
Yeah. There's a little bit more peanut buttery taste than the regular, so.
But are you okay with it?
No, I probably wouldn't eat that.
I tell you, he doesn't like a lot of peanut butter. Like there's all kinds of recipes that I have that have peanut butter in it, and he won't even eat it. He won't even try it. Like I've got one that's called a Reese's peanut butter cup cheesecake. He won't even taste it.
Yeah.
Says absolutely not. So anyway, so that's pretty much what I thought was going to happen. It does taste a little bit more like peanut butter, and he doesn't like that. I'm gonna say it's not my go-to. I mean, I like it. Probably the last time I had Reese's peanut butter cups was like Christmas, like when you get like the bag of multicolored wrapper. I mean, like Christmas colored wrappers. That's probably the last time I've had it.
Yes, indeedy. I'm about to eat some Cheetos just to get that taste out of my mouth.
All right. So,
all right. So I guess that's it.
Yep.
Thank you guys for joining us today. If you haven't smashed that like button, give us that thumbs up. And again, go and check out everybody's channels here. We're here to support each other, and we're not in competition. We're here to support everybody.
Yes.
So go and look at everybody's channels. And subscribe, learn from their content, let them learn from you, and let's promote a healthy, vibrant, supportive community here. And we're excited about that. Thank you guys for joining us today, and share it out. If you know people that would enjoy our content, then share that out and tell them to come on over and take a look. And yeah, we'll be sticking with the Cheetos. So don't forget to like. If you haven't, most of you already subscribed, but if you're watching this on the video, on the replay, just go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for updates when we upload new videos on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes on the weekend.
Thank you.
Yep.
Sorry, did I move it too fast?
Not too much peanut butter, exactly.
That's exactly how.
Now, I can handle more chocolate than peanut butter, but not more peanut butter than chocolate. So have a great day. I think that's going to do it today for the Long Run with Joel and Christy, our live goal update. Thanks for joining us today, and that's going to do it for us today. I'm Joel.
I'm Christy.
And don't forget, it's a long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Bye.